Hey, welcome to another video here. We're working on the Jeep TJ. This is the 04, the wife's Jeep. Hey, guess what happened? Took it to go get some pizza and the brakes felt kind of funny. We got a rear wheel cylinder leaking fluid. I'm going to show you how to change that. Simple job you can do at home in your garage yourself. Save some bucks. So let's get started. First thing we do is jack it up a little, get the wheel off, that sort of thing. And then we're going to talk about how you better make sure you don't break parts that are rusty. Don't turn a little job into a big job. Like and subscribe. Don't miss a thing here, guys. There you go. You can see in here. Look how much that's been leaking. We'll clean that up before we put it back on. All right. If you're ever going to go underneath, always use a jack stand. Next hard part, getting drum off. Then put a little oil and let that soak. Just have to keep working it. Look at how dirty that is in there. A lot of juice leaking from that wheel cylinder. So the next thing you want to do with this, make sure you get your line in the back all covered. See how bad that is in there? We got to clean that all out. All right, you can see that's been leaking for a while. You look on the back here. You can see I covered that in blaster. The key is going to be to get all that loose without breaking off, especially that fitting there on the brake line. If that breaks the brake line, it's a big job. We have to take these two springs off here. Okay, get some gloves on. We got from Napa, we got brake cleaner. You think you can see that? There you go, you can see that. We're going to try to clean this off in here. We can wipe some of it. You can see it's real gooey, all right, because all the brake fluid. The thing is, these pads will never work right if you don't get them off, if you don't get all that off of them. I put some cardboard down here to catch some of it. And we'll let that sit for a while. We can wipe it. The other thing we got to do is clean out the drum. Important to get all the brake fluid out. All right, so I got a brake tool here. All right, this brake tool's got two things. One for putting springs on, the other for taking them off. You can see here, I can come in here and pull the spring off. All right. Boom, off. And I can take it out of here, lay it on the floor on that side. Same thing with the other side. Take it out. I'm going to leave that one in place because you can see it through a whole bunch of other stuff. So you can pull these away now fairly far to get this out. The key here is to break that loose, break all the lines loose, all right, without twisting anything. We're going to go get the tools for that. We'll be right back. So here's the rub. When we turn this, see this brake line? When we turn this, whole line turns. It means it's going to wind up and break off us. So put some light on it. You can see that very well. Let me see if I can move you in where you can see it better. All right, so now you can see it pretty good. You can see what happens when I put a wrench on here. I turn this, see how this line moves? Not good, the line should stay, and it shouldn't spin like that. Propane heat. Try to get that oil pull in with the heat. A little more heat on it. Little tapping. All right. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but I can move the line and the nut don't move. It looks like I got it broke loose now. Turn off our propane. Always take it loose. And I wiggle on it like this, we're working it so it gets loose on there. Oh, you can feel it get nice and loose now. Let's put some more spray. All right, time for a break. Let's go get our glove. All right, so, hey, oh, Napa part. Got it from Napa, wheel cylinder. Comes with instructions if you need it. Get it open. See if it looks the same. It does look the same. So Our next step is going to be try to get this one out. Got to take the brake line loose, and we have to take the bolts loose. So let's start with the bolts. Those in there just finger tight. Now we got to get that that little plastic piece peeled out so we can put the brake fluid line in. Got to pop this out. This goes down here, goes in there, and it's the hard part is making sure you don't cross thread this. Pull on it, see if it's going. It's going. And we just tighten it up. Give it a good snug. All right, now we got to get the other part. Tighten up those two nuts. That's the right way. Bring them both up snug before you tighten them. That's good and snug. All right, now we got to put the other side back together. And we're going to take a pause and move the camera for you. All right, so you got the parking brake cable stuff here. See, we kind of came unhooked here down below, didn't we? That's too bad. That was the first thing that was on there. So you got to get your shoes back up and up the step. Come in here and tap this in place. You can see it's not quite around the stud there, but if you tap it a little, it'll go in. All right, that's kind of got that. Give it a once over. Just don't want to have any, we touch it with our greasy hands. We're going to get as much grease as we can off. Double check that's on there correctly. This is in there correctly. That looks like that'll work for adjustment. Yep, looks like we got that good. All right, we'll come back later and bleed these brakes. All right, before you start bleeding your brakes, you want to make sure your brake fluid is topped off. So we are going to add fluid here. See when it's so clear. We're just going to do that. Get a little. All right, lots of ways to bleed your brakes. You're going to do it by yourself. Best thing to have is a vacuum pump. You can see what that does. I'll pull the vacuum. All right, so I hear a bunch of leaking going on back there, so it's not working the way one would want. That like See the fluid dripping pretty good from there. You can see that dirty brake fluid. Remember, you don't want to do too much because if you lose the prime up front, you can start all over. So that's pretty good. We're going to stop. Tighten that back up. Find our wrench, snug it up. Bleeder, sir. I'm going to give you a little cap to keep the dirt out of the end. Put that on. Okay, we tested them and got great pedal on it, so that's good. We're real good on that. So now the next step to this project is clean this mess up, get the tire back on. All right, test drive time. Stops nice and straight. Power. Hey, like and subscribe, post notifications on. Don't miss another quick how-to video. Here's how you can save a lot of money doing your own wheel cylinders on your Jeep. Boy, that was quick and easy, wasn't it? Well, hey, enjoy.